Hey there guys, so today we have another review and this is a beer courtesy of Sam. Thank you so much. He actually stood outside in the freezing cold New York weather for this one. He actually is also the creator of NY Nosher, a website where he does some New York food reviews, and I'm also on there doing some reviews of New York beer as well. So this is a New York beer. This is from LIC Beer Project. This is Pile of Crowns Double IPA. They've done a handful of batches, and actually one of the cool things about the New England beer scene slash New England IPA style these days is that a lot of breweries not only produce a single beer, but every batch seems to be a little bit different. Adjustments in recipe, batches just being different for the fact that they are a different batch and not as honed in and zoned in as some breweries already do. So really cool. This beer, what do they have to say about it? Citra Mosaic Nugget and Peach Mango Papaya. There you go. Some tasting notes, accents of orange and berry. So let's dig into this one. Beer comes in very hazy. Let's go with a full-on haze there. Absolutely nothing coming through in the light. Comes in a light gold color. Let's get the aroma on this one. A little bit of stone fruit, some citrus orange, clementine. But in general, this is a little bit of floral note in there. Sort of reminds me of just like New England style IPA vaguely, in the sense that it's not very specific in honing on specific fruity notes. It just smells like hop water, if that makes any sense. New England IPA water. That'd be great if they sold it. But just hops for days. Cheers. So interestingly enough, there's always a divide sometimes for me between the aromatics and the flavor profile of some beers. Some beers exude a lot more aromatics and sort of fade away on the flavor. If anything, this one has a little bit more fruitier of a flavor compared to the aromatics, whereas the aromatics were a little bit just there. This one has a little bit more specificity, a little bit more nuance and character to it. I'm getting the stone fruit, so that peach mango thing they're saying, maybe a little guava, orange as well. Not quite sure I'm getting the berry note, but then again, like I feel like this is the exact tasting notes that they gave on certain batches where I could possibly see that. This one tastes a little bit different for me. There's a nice creaminess to this beer. There's a hint of like doughy sweetness and almost this vanilla flavor dancing in there, as if there was like lactose or vanilla in here, offering a little bit more extra sweetness. On the back end, there certainly is that kind of hop astringency. If you don't know what that tastes like, please try to check it out. Try to find a bar that has a keg of beer that ends up being a little bit chunky and yeasty and filled with like polyphenols by the end of it. Great example would be something like Other Half IPA. Worked at a good amount of bars where that end of that keg is honestly pretty freaking gross. It almost looks like mud, but not dark mud. Like if sand, if sand could become mud or something like that. It comes that weird tan color. It's super, super murky. You can pour it and you'll let it sit and it starts separating from this kind of like color that looks like what the beer is into this like bottom murkiness, and you drink that and it is painful. It's astringency. It burns here, it burns there, your face turns sour, and this has, on the aftertaste, certainly has some of that. And it lingers a little bit. So that's the aftertaste, or lingering sensation on the palate. It's not too offensive. I've had much worse before, but it's certainly there. And it sort of signifies the reason possibly why there's so much haze here. As for rating, I still, in general, very much like it. I think it's still quite drinkable. Wish it was obviously a lot less astringent than it is now, but it's not really offensive. Still quite good. Let's go with the 89 on this one. 89, why not? These days I'm just focusing on beers that generally don't have this characteristic. For me, I believe it to be a flaw, and so yeah, but it's still very good. How flavor's fantastic. I really like that malt profile on this one. Still a great beer. So until next time, guys, cheers. Later. This is Pile of Crowns. Check out NY Nosher. Later.